Okay, good afternoon once again to each and everyone. I hope we are all doing fine. Today is another wonderful day, and I'll bring you greetings from all the way at Kete Krache. So, this afternoon, we are going to look at something important and something powerful, something I believe that is going to be a life changing topic for all of us, so that you and I can use it to be a blessing to our lives. So today's topic is titled Don't Be Your Own Enemy. Don't be your own enemy. So that's today's topic, and it is my prayer that this live broadcast today and this topic will be a blessing to you that you are listening, and also to myself, so that we'll keep growing and we'll keep being our own self and developing our own self to a greater level, so that we can do something productive and meaningful to our lives. So this morning, as I said earlier, our topic for today is don't be your own enemy. So when I should say something like this, the first question that I would like to ask you is that what do you understand by this saying? When someone should say that you shouldn't be your own enemy, what do you understand by this? To my own perspective, what I understand with this is that with the meaning of what don't be your own enemy is that to be the cause of your own problems. Okay, so when someone should say don't be your own enemy, is to say that you shouldn't be the cause of your own problems. Okay, or most of the bad things that happen to you because of your character. So this is what it means. In simple terms, in simple meaning, this is what it means, that what you shouldn't be the cause of your own problems. Okay? Or most of the bad things that happen to you because of your character. That is the meaning of what? Don't be your own enemy. So if we also want to look at the meaning of enemy, how do you understand it? How do you define it? So that someone who doesn't know the word an enemy can really understand it. How do you put it? So the meaning of enemy is a person who is actually opposed. Okay? A person who is actually opposed or hostile to someone or something. So this is what it means to say what? An enemy. That's the meaning of enemy. It means a person who is actively opposed. Someone who is actively, consistent, regularly opposed or hostile to someone or something, or a person who is actively opposed or against your ideas, your dreams, your purpose, the things that you want to do. So in this regard, why will you be an enemy to your own self? Okay, there are circumstances in life that forces us to find ourselves within this space, whereby we become our own enemies, and at the end of the day, the things that we are supposed to do, we can't do it. So when you look at Proverbs 29 verse 24, it says that what? You are your own worst enemy if you take part in a crime. You will not be able to tell the truth even when people threaten you. Okay, so when you read the book of Proverbs 29 verse 24, that is what it says. It says that what? You are your own most or worst enemy if you take part in a crime. Okay, you will not be able to tell the truth even when people threaten you. Okay, that is the meaning of what? Don't be your own enemy by the Bible's perspective. Okay, so as I said earlier, I said what? To be the cause of your own problems or most of the bad things that happen to you. Okay, because of your character. So some of us, we have characters that have forced us to become our own enemies. And it is high time that we look at these things so that we turn a new leaf. We become positive enough, turning a new leaf so that we can use the positive aspects of our character to build our lives. Okay, so we are going to delve deeper into this topic, and it is my prayer that this moment and this live broadcast will be a blessing to you that you are listening. Okay, so that at the end of the day, you wouldn't allow certain things that what will force you to become your own enemy, an enemy to your dream, to your purpose, and the things that you want to do in life. So the first thing I want us to look at is that there is a saying that goes that what you are your worst enemy. It is your negative thoughts that hold you back, nothing else. So most often, the main reason why most of us become the enemy to our own selves or our own enemy is that what we are possessed with what negative thoughts, bad thoughts that we are not supposed to cultivate in our lives. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you develop negative thoughts in your mind, it wouldn't energize you or encourage you to think positively for you to be able to build your life on a basis that will make sense, on a basis that what will be productive, basis that what will be enough to say what I'm looking up to this person because the person has been able to cultivate a positive attitude which has led him to wherever he or she is. Okay, so we shouldn't create negative thoughts in our mind. As I said earlier, there are circumstances that will force you and I to what? To find ourselves in this moment whereby what? When things are not going well and we decide to find ourselves to build negative thoughts around us. Okay, but at the end of the day, what people will look at our lives and judge us is what? The good things that we do. So why don't we cultivate what? Positive thoughts in our minds, so that at the end of the day we will not become enemies to our own selves. Okay, why wouldn't we cultivate positive attitudes? So that at the end of the day we will not become what? Enemies to our own thoughts, our minds and ourselves and our dreams. Because positive thoughts goes a long way to be a blessing. A blessing that what good things will tend to come on our way. So when you become your own enemy, it blocks you from so many blessings. It blocks you from so many blessings. So there is also a saying that what Melanie Joy said. She said what? Sure, you can be your own enemy or your own worst enemy, but you can also be your own best friend. You are never truly alone when you learn to completely fall in love with yourself. So the best part of you moving away from what? Negative thoughts and becoming your own enemy is when what? You love yourself, you appreciate yourself. You appreciate how God has built you, how God has created you. Okay? Everybody that we see has been created in a different way. But what? In a way that you should be able to appreciate yourself and love yourself. Okay? So she said what? She said that what? Sure, you can be your own worst enemy. Okay? But you can also be your own best friend. So the only way that you and I can become our own best friends is when we love our own selves. We love ourselves. We appreciate ourselves. Okay? So there is nothing in the world that can trouble you more than your own thoughts. Our thought goes a long way of troubling us. The moment we feed our minds with what? Negative thoughts, it goes a long way to affect us. Because at the end of the day, we are not able to think about something productive, something positive, something that can change our lives. Okay, so this afternoon, I am encouraging us each and every day. Our thoughts are powerful. Our thoughts can be a blessing or a curse to us. It depends on how we use it. It depends on how we use it. And certain times, these things don't come from us. It comes from people around us. We are being forced by people's attitude, that things that they've done against us. And at the end of the day, like, we are losing faith in ourselves. And we fed our minds with negative things. That's what will lead us not to appreciate ourselves. And at the end of the day, we become our own enemies. But it is my prayer today that as I'm sharing this message, someone out there will begin to love he saw himself, the way you were created, the way God created you. Okay, so the only way that what we can't be our own enemy is to love our own selves. Nobody can love you than you yourself, like the way you are supposed to love yourself. Okay, so there is nothing in the world that can trouble you more than your own thoughts. There is nothing. What's in the world that can trouble you if you don't allow these things to come into your mind? So the best thing in life takes time to manifest. One thing that we have to know, you and I have to know, is that the best and the amazing things in life takes greater amounts of time to manifest in life. The best things in life takes time so that these things can manifest, because they need time to manifest. And if you are not someone that you are patient enough, at the end of the day you build negative thoughts in your mind. Then you begin to lose everything, begin to lose your mind, begin to lose focus in life. Okay, so don't be your own enemy by being impatient and losing the great blessings assigned by God to you at the right time. Don't be your own enemy. When things are keeping long to manifest in life and we feel so much that what we want to give up, we just want to give up in life because nobody is encouraging me, nobody is believing in my dreams. And at the end of the day, the best things that they are supposed to come into our lives, which are taking long, we are not patient enough to wait upon them. And at the end of the day, we become losers. Because we are not patient enough to wait for these things. And it is my prayer this afternoon that someone out there, the spirit of patience will meet you at the point of your need. Okay, so be encouraged this afternoon. Be encouraged. There is nothing that we cannot do if only we can be patient and wait for the right appointed time. God's appointed time is marvelous. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So you will not feel worthy inside. You won't feel worthy inside. And appreciate yourself if you fill your soul with so much pain. Most things, one of the things that what made people become bitter is that what they fill their system and their souls and their mind with what so much pain. Things that people have done to them. Things that what their partners have done to them. If some of us want to sit here or be here and share to you what people have done to us, okay, we wouldn't be where we are today. We would have been on the street and we'll be, you understand? But what? We believe in the aspect that we should be focused enough so that God can direct our paths. God can direct our paths. So you will not feel worthy. The moment you decide to fill your soul with so much pain and negative thoughts, you feel unworthy before your own self. Okay, you feel unworthy. That you wouldn't appreciate yourself and love yourself the way you are supposed to love yourself. And I wouldn't personally want that I wouldn't want this for anyone. Okay, I wouldn't want this for anyone. I believe strongly that there is a purpose that you and I have been brought into this world. That God has brought you and I into this world. There is a purpose. There is a greater purpose. There is a reason. There is a cause. Okay? There is a reason why God has created you and I. And you shouldn't make yourself your own enemy. Okay? Because of pain, because of anger, because of what people have done to you. Okay? So when things like this happen, this will result in you being your own enemy. Okay? So to your dreams, to your life, and also to your ideas. So when you fool yourself, when you allow pain, you allow doubts, you allow some of these things to come into your life, to dictate the course of your life. Okay? At the end of the day, the results of these things will lead you to become your own enemy. Because at the end of the day, you wouldn't be able to achieve the things that you and I are supposed to achieve. Okay, and the best path that we have to take so that we can be able to achieve these things is for you and I to stay focused, to believe in ourselves, to love and appreciate ourselves. To love and appreciate. No one can love you and I than the way we are supposed to love ourselves. Okay, so don't let anything intimidate you so that you will create a barrier between you and yourself. So you shouldn't allow anything to intimidate you. So one of the things that what makes us to become our own enemy is what? Intimidation. When people decide to intimidate us in different ways, because you see someone is riding in Jaguar, someone is riding in what? In Escalade, someone is riding in what? Benz and all those things, and you haven't gotten to that level. And what? You feel intimidated. And when this happens, you create a barrier between you and yourself and also your dreams. Okay? One thing I said is that life is about patience. When you are patient and you keep working on yourself consistently, regularly, without giving up, a door will surely open. A door will surely open. Okay, a door will surely open. So just trust in yourself. Just believe in yourself. And don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Trust in the process. Life is a stage. Life is a process. Don't envy anyone so that you create bitterness and pain within yourself. Don't envy anyone so that you become your own enemy. The only thing you can do is to learn. Let their success be a motivation or a motivational factor to you, to your life, so that you can also cause your life to become a blessing to other people around you. Okay, so envy in one way or the other goes a long way to make us an enemy to our own selves. Okay, so there are times that you start a project. There are times that you start a project or an idea, and later you decided that you are not worthy You are not worthy of what you are doing because of doubt, and you decide to quit. When this happens at this point, you are making yourself an enemy to your purpose and your dreams, which you have to desist from. Okay? When you don't have the courage enough to keep and to continue chasing after your dreams, to continue chasing after your purpose, okay, and you create doubts for your dreams, you create doubts in your mind, you are making an enemy to your dreams and also your purpose. And at the end of the day, the only place that you and I can find ourselves when these things are happening is what? When we become losers. And I am not here to preach about what? I'm not here to talk about you being a loser. But I am here to encourage you to continue to win. To continue to win. To continue to do well. To continue to possess the things that you are supposed to possess. Okay, I said, people will not believe in you, but everything takes time. It's a process. It's a process. If only you can take time and love yourself, appreciate yourself, you'll get there. So never doubt yourself and what you are made of as a person. We should never doubt ourselves and what we are made of as a person. Doubting yourself limits you to so many things in life. It limits you to your blessings. It limits you to the level in which you are supposed to think. The level in which you are supposed to reach. Okay, so doubt in one way or the other is something that blocks us from what? Getting to our destination. It makes us what? An enemy to our dreams, to our purpose, to the things that we are supposed to achieve. Okay, so never doubt yourself, and never doubt the kind of person that God has built you to become. Okay, so always make sure that you trust yourself. Doubting yourself will limit you to so many things, to your blessings, to your breakthroughs, to the level in which you are supposed to reach in life. Because you have made an enemy to your own self because of doubt. Because of doubt. So when there is no enemy within, there is a saying that what? When there is no enemy within, there is the enemy outside can do you no harm. Okay, so when there is no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot do you no harm. We all know this. When people want to destroy you, they need an insider before they can get information and destroy you. Okay, imagine when we are speaking about family ties. When someone wants to destroy you from outside, the person needs what? Someone in your family who has a blood relation to you. That is how things work. So if before you can destroy your own self, that means what? You have already destroyed yourself within before anything else outside will come and also destroy you. Okay, so most often the harm that is done to us is created by our own self. It's created by our own selves. Because we have given room and space for an outsider to come and have dominion in our lives. Because of doubt. Because of lack of self-belief. Because we have made ourselves our own enemy in life. And why are we encouraged to do this? Why are we encouraged to do this? Please, when you are listening and you are enjoying this live broadcast, please kindly share it so that other people can also partake of it. Okay, so that this live broadcast will be a blessing to all of us. Thank you so much. So, don't limit yourself. So before anyone can destroy you, as I said earlier, then that means what? You have already destroy yourself within before allowing anyone else to come and also destroy you. Okay, so when you refuse any doubts in your own mind, then no doubt from others will ever cloud your judgments. So when you refuse any doubts from your own mind, then no doubt from others, no disbelief from others, no lack of trust from others, no lack of belief from others can ever cloud your judgment, can ever cloud your mind. The mind, as we all know, is a very powerful tool. When your head is when your brain is taken off, you are dead. When your brain is taken off, when your head is chopped off, you are dead. There is nothing you can do. So the head, as we see it, I don't know if I have a pretty head or something like that. Okay, but the head, as we see it, is a powerful tool. Okay, so before someone can destroy you and intimidate you, fill your life with pain, the person first has to come into your mind, find a way, and destroy you. And we shouldn't give room for some of these things. We shouldn't give room for some of these things. Because I believe strongly that we are capable of handling anything at all. Okay, so when you believe in when you believe in yourself, your dreams and goals, etc., okay, you need no other person to believe in you. When you are the first person that believes in your dreams, you believe in yourself, you believe in your goals, you don't need any other person to believe in you. You don't need a single person to believe in you. Okay? In that way, you don't become your own enemy. Because you don't need anyone else to believe in, because you believe in yourself, you believe in your talents, you believe in the blessing that God has blessed you with. You believe in the level in which you are trusting God that He will take you to. Okay, you believe that what? You are believing that what? Or you believe in yourself so much that what? God is with you. And you don't care about what any other person says or thinks about you. Just be a person of love. Just be a person of love. Share love. Express love. Okay? Express love. At the end of the day, this negative thoughts and this doubt and all those things, will fade away. There is everything is possible, so far as you believe yourself that you can do it. Okay? The greatest enemy that anyone can create in their life is doubt. That is the greatest enemy. One of the powerful enemy is what? Is doubt. Because doubt has a relative or a relation to the mind. So when you are able to conquer fear, you are able to conquer doubt, then trust me, you can do anything in this world. You can rise up and become the person that you want to become in life. Because you believe so much that what God has said so concerning you. God has said so concerning you. And you don't need a validator of a human being before what? You can believe in yourself that what? You can be a champion. You can succeed at whatever you want to do in life. So the greatest enemy that anyone can create in their life is doubt. In themselves, lack of self-belief and their own confidential thoughts. Lack of self-belief and their own confidential thoughts. Okay, so one thing we have to know is that the greatest enemy that anyone can create in their life is doubt. It is fear. These are enemies, intrinsic enemies that most of us we don't know. These are intrinsic, enemies that most of us we don't know. Because at the end of the day, we build in fear within us. We build in fear within us. We build in doubt within us. And these things makes us to become an enemy to our own selves. Okay? But what does the Bible tells us? The Bible says that God has made us what? Conquerors over every single thing in this world. Okay? Fear doesn't live in the dictionary of what? Or doesn't live in the Bible or in the life of a believer of Christ. Okay? Be encouraged this morning to trust God. That's what? I am rising up this morning, I am waking up this morning, I'm moving out there and I'm chasing after my goal. I'm chasing after my purpose. Because I know that what? The things that God has prepared me to become, I'm capable of what? Becoming that. I'm capable. And these words are powerful. The best thing is to believe in yourself, to trust in your abilities, to trust in your own selves. Never underestimate your abilities. Never underestimate your abilities. One thing, when I was in senior high school, there's a life story. When I was in senior high, before I go to senior high school, my sister used to know me as somebody who is very quiet, and that is how I am. I'm someone who is very quiet and calm. But when you touch my tails, it becomes something else. You understand? I'm somebody who is very straightforward. I don't hit around the bush and all that. Most people that work with me and have been with me in school, they know this. So when I was in SHS, I became the Dino prefect. And when my kid sister came to Form 1, she went home and told my dad, we never knew that this is how God's way is. God's way that he doesn't like talking and all that. If you see the way he's handling his leadership positions. And when I was at home, people, when you are quiet and you are calm, people think like for you, you can't do anything. But the way I am, I believe in myself. I believe in the God-given ability that He has given to me. Okay? And so I left Maui school, to be honest. When I left and I came back, they told me like, since I left, the dining hall has not been the way it used to be. You understand? So we have to believe in ourselves. What am I saying? If I should have allowed that moment that was, I am this quiet person and I can't do this and I can't do that, and I feel intimidated and timid, I wouldn't have been able to get to that level that I'm supposed to get to, and the leadership position that I've been able to take for this past years. You understand? So trust me, the only thing that can block you and I from we getting to the level in which we are supposed to get to, it is fear and also doubt. These are things that will make us what? An enemy to our own selves. These are singular things that what will make you and I an enemy to our own selves. There is grace that is abound. Grace is abound to everyone. But when you don't take the bold step, when you don't take that concrete and singular and strong step, and believing in yourself, you can't get to the pedestal in which you are supposed to get. You can't get to the level in which you are supposed to get to. I am here to encourage you. Don't make doubts allow you to be your own enemy to your dreams. Never allow doubts. Never allow doubt on a single day to make you not to believe in yourself. Okay? Because when you read the Bible very well, it makes us understand that what? For God has given us the power and authority to trample upon every snake and scorpion and principalities. Okay? The principalities and powers in this can also be the fear and the doubts that are in your mind, that are manifesting in your life. I am challenging you this afternoon to believe in yourself and to trust yourself to grow and to the level in which you are supposed to grow. Okay, there is nothing that we cannot do by the grace of God. Okay, our down moments will come. The times will come when we feel like giving up. Times will come when we feel so much like nobody is believing in us. We have lost a business deal. We have lost a business idea to a competitor. We have lost a relationship. We have lost a marriage. We have lost a certain form of resources, financial resources. Okay, and all that. And we feel like giving up, and we feel like making ourselves our own enemies. But I am here today to tell you that what? You can turn things around. You can turn things around and make a new story out of your own life. Make a new transformational story out of your own life. Because I believe that what? There is a grace that has been apportioned to each one of us, that we are partakers of it. Okay, so you have to, so the next thing I want to share with you again is that what? You have to battle what seems like an enemy. So most of the times the enemy will come in our minds, but the mind is also or works like a battlefield. The mind, as we see it, it works like a battlefield. There are times when I am down and it's like there is a battle within my spirit, within my mind, within my soul, and I tell myself, no, I will not allow you. I will not allow you because there is a purpose that I have to accomplish. So if only we value our purpose, if only we value our dreams, if only we value the destination in which you and I want to get to, okay, when the enemy seems to come like a battle within our minds, within our heads, we'll stand strong and fight it. We'll stand strong against it and become victors. It is not my own brother, Brad Victor, that is listening. Okay, I know you are listening. So it is not my own brother, Brad Victor. But what? We become victors because we are able to rule over the fear and the doubts and all those things that are running within our minds. So the mind is a battlefield. The mind is a battleground. The mind is a place that what war, happens. So trust me, an enemy of doubts, fear of failure, fear of judgment, lack of belief, the voices inside your head saying you are not good enough, don't allow it. These are voices. These are voices, and if only we can stand strong and fight the voices within our minds, within our heads, trust me, we become victors. Most successful people are successful because they have created a great war and an ammunition of guns within their minds. And they are able to conquer anything that shows up as fear of judgment, fear of failure, an army of doubt, lack of self-belief. They are able to conquer these things because they've created their own armies. They've created their own offensive armies against some of these things. Offensive and also defensive. You understand? Because when the enemy appears in your mind as an enemy, okay, you also have to attack and also defend. Okay, so I am encouraging you this afternoon to build a very strong mindset. The mind is a battleground. If you lose your battleground, you lose the fight. If you lose the battleground, you lose the fight. And I want you to build a very strong mental fortitude, a wall that can be able to preserve you, for you to stand strong against anything. There is no other pain that can be inflicted on you than your own internal enemy. Okay? So there is no other pain that can be inflicted in your soul or on you than your own internal enemy. So we all have internal enemies. The internal enemies, one, we created because of our own fear, our doubts, other things. So if only we wouldn't allow this fear to be inflicted by our own selves, trust me, we will become conquerors. Your own thoughts will cause you pain than anyone or anything. Your own thoughts will cause you pain than anyone or anything. These things can be likened to terrorists within your soul. Okay, so your own thoughts will cause you pain than anyone or anything. So these things can be likened to terrorists within your soul. You know how terrorists inflict pain on people. We all know this. You understand? So your negative thoughts can be a terrorist in your mind. Your negative thoughts, if you allow these things, they'll become terrorists in your mind. So we shouldn't encourage them. And these things will block you from so many blessings. So what is my advice to you? My advice to you this afternoon is for you to stay positive. For you to stay positive. Stay positive. Trust in yourself. Be patient. And allow God to take charge over your life. Okay? To take charge over your life. So before I conclude, I would like to share something with you. And it says that when the negative voices start coming, and they do come, have the ability to challenge them and stop the self-sabotage. That is my concluding statement. I'll take it again. When the enemy or when the negative voices start to come in your mind, and they do come, have the ability to challenge them and stop the self-sabotage. Don't sabotage yourself, because you are being inflicted with what? With pain. And the negative voices are coming, so you decide to give up on yourself. Giving up on ourselves and also our dreams should never be the answer. But we trusting and believing in ourselves. We not making ourselves our own enemy. We trusting in the process of progress. Progress is a process. Okay? PB. Progress, PP. Progress is a process. Okay? Let's trust the process. Let's be patient. And let's stay hopeful. And I believe that victory will be ours. I want to thank each and every one this afternoon who has taken time, their data, your resources and all that to find time to watch this live broadcast. It is my prayer that we will all continue to be winners. We will all continue to do great. We will all continue to do marvelous things. So that will be a blessing to ourselves and each and every one that has listened today. I want to say thank you once again. Thank you. And God richly bless you. Be good and see you. Bye-bye. My name is Goswe. If you see me anywhere, you can call me Sigma. That is what the boys call me. Be good. Bye.